sure you download the KDUS AM 1060 app so you can take us with you on the go wherever you get your apps. Download the KDUS AM 1060 app today. We'll tell you this is one of my least favorite days on the calendar. Not a fan of April Fool's Day and everything that comes with it. I tend to be somebody who doesn't run with things the moment I see them. But you just don't know on a day like today what's actually real and what's actually, somebody making a joke. And on a day in which everybody is poking fun, I saw ASU today, the Sun Devil football account put out that they're going to have a maroon field next year. See, that's the kind of fun April Fool's banter I can get behind, because if I believe it, okay, there's no harm in me believing that, but I know that it's an April Fool's joke. On the same day that it's April Fool's Day, and we're going to talk about this a little bit later on in the show, the NFL is like putting out new rules. Can we pick a different day? Can we maybe do this on April 2nd? Can we do it on March 31st? Like, you just know there are going to be some people out there today that are going to be like, oh, you're just making that up. You're making it up that in overtime both teams are going to touch the ball. Oh, you're making it up that the kickoff is now the touchback's going to go to the 35-yard line. You're making all these things up because it's April Fool's Day. We should just have a moratorium on April Fool's Day of anything important. Everything important should either happen on March 31st or April 2nd. One of the 2 days. If you do anything important today on April 1st, you run the risk of people, one, not caring and just ignoring it because they don't want to get got, or number two, they just go into it with the assumption that things are not true. Would hate to see that. So, one of my least favorite days on the calendar today, April Fool's Day. It's probably not an ideal day for the Phoenix Suns, as they will start a 3-game road trip tonight. First game up for them is against the Milwaukee Bucks, and it is a 3-game road trip that will see them without Kevin Durant. He is out with that ankle injury and will miss at least the next 3 games up. The earliest he is expected to return, if he does return to the lineup, will be next Tuesday, a week from today, when they take on Golden State here back in Phoenix. And so the question is, who steps up? And when I ask that question, I think there's an immediate reaction by some of you. And it's probably the same immediate reaction that I had when I asked the question in our morning meeting today. Who steps up? Without Kevin Durant, who steps up? And the immediate reaction to that question is, oh, the Suns don't have anybody that's going to be able to step up. They don't have anybody that's going to be able to see them through this 3-game stretch and maybe keep their play-in hopes mathematically alive. There's nobody that you have confidence in stepping up for the Phoenix Suns. So I want to change the conversation today. So when I ask who's going to step up, I am not asking it in the way of who is going to step up for the Suns to keep their season alive. Who is going to step up and show us all something for next season? Who is going to step up and show us they deserve a bigger role next year? I'm looking at you, Ryan Dunn. I'm looking at you, Oso Ighodaro. I'm looking at you, Colin Gillespie. I'm looking at the young players on this team. Grayson Allen, who signed an extension to be here. Here's your chance to step up and secure yourself a spot in this rotation next season. Or else, I think there will be some strong consideration in the summer to moving on from Grayson Allen, along with Kevin Durant, along with probably trying to trade Bradley Beal and completely revamping this roster. A makeover for the Phoenix Suns this summer. So I don't need somebody to step up tonight against Milwaukee to try to convince me or convince you that they're still alive for the 10 seed in the Western Conference play-in race. I don't need that. I need these final 7 games for somebody to step up and put something on tape to show that they should be part of the solution here. We have spent so much of this season talking about the problems with this basketball team. We have spent how much time on these airwaves breaking down the turnovers, breaking down the defense, breaking down Bradley Beal being in and out of the lineup, breaking down Devin Booker having a rough year, breaking down some of the coaching miscues from Coach Bud. It's been problem after problem after problem that we have discussed on this program. I want to start talking about solutions. I want to start talking about who is going to be a part of the next chapter of Suns basketball where it's more fun, where it's more entertaining, where the results are a little better, and we believe in the direction. I want to see who's going to step up and show that they should be a part of the solution. So if Devin Booker goes off in these final 7 games, I don't want you to say it's too little too late. I want you to view it through the lens of Devin Booker showing that he wants to be a part of the solution here, that Devin Booker is somebody to still build around this summer, that we should not entertain those summer conversations about trading Devin Booker. That's what I want to see in these final 7 games. I want to see somebody show that they are a solution. I want to see Ryan Dunn and Oso Ighodaro to continue to be the youthful, athletic energy that this team is missing. I want to continue to see them be tough matchups on the defensive end. I want to see Oso's athleticism on the offensive side of things lead to some easy buckets for Devin Booker, for Ryan Dunn. I want to see who is going to take advantage of these final 7 games with Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal sidelined, and who is going to make their case to be a part of the solution here in Phoenix. I don't know who's making these decisions. I don't know who's going to be coaching that team next year. But I want whoever it is in charge to have a little bit of a head start, a little bit of a jump on knowing what you have in this roster. I want somebody that takes advantage of this 7-game stretch. Because let's face it, they're not doing anything without Kevin Durant against Milwaukee, against Boston, against New York. I'm going into every single one of these games expecting it to go south very, very quickly. Milwaukee still has something to play for. Boston, while I don't think they will, they mathematically can chase down the Cleveland Cavaliers. At least the last time I looked at the standings, they were still close enough. The New York Knicks, are they just trying to hold off the 4 and 5 seeds so that they can stay in that 3 spot? That's probably all they're playing for. So you're not playing teams that are playing for a whole lot. You're playing a Milwaukee team that's trying to earn some seeding in the East. So who steps up? No Kevin Durant. No Bradley Beal. This is Devin Booker and friends. That's what this is for the next 3 games. Go into it with that expectation. Don't look at this game and say, oh, well, they beat Milwaukee the other day, so they can do it again. Different team. And I wonder if getting blown out by Boston, losing to Minnesota again, losing to Houston, was this team just running out of gas. And that they just have nothing left in the tank. And they gave it that nice push, but then they got brought right back to reality. And they, now with the Kevin Durant injury, there's not much fight, if any, left. That's fine. I think we've watched this team enough this season to know that they didn't deserve to be in that final play-in spot, even if they somehow find a way to get it. This is about the building blocks for next season. So who is going to step up? Not so that the Suns pull off an upset or 2 over this next week, but who is going to step up and show that they should be a part of the solution. That when the Suns do their makeover, when they do their pivot and rebuild this summer, which guys step up and put together a resume that warrants them being a part of next year's team, them being a part of the fix here in Phoenix. That's what I'm looking for, specifically over these next 3 games, but largely over the final 7 or so that this team has left.